Seeing how the Cowboys do business, seeing how the Cowboys build their football team, it just makes me so grateful to be an Eagles fan. It makes me so grateful for AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith. I'm so grateful for Jalen Hurts. I'm so grateful for Howie Roseman, Saquon Barkley, Nick Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie. I'm so grateful for the Philadelphia Eagles infrastructure. It cannot go unnoticed. It cannot go unpraised. We have to praise this thing. I absolutely love the way the Philadelphia Eagles do business, how they handle their players, the culture they've built. I love Big Dom. Shout out to Big Dom. Shout out to Big Dom. You see, everybody needs a Big Dom in their life. Everybody needs every NFL organization needs a Big Dom in their life. You can tell the Cowboys don't have one. They don't have a Big Dom. They have a little Dicky. They don't have a Big Dom. They don't have somebody who's the checks and balances, who makes sure that everybody's on one accord. They don't have nobody in the building that knows how to get the job done the right way. They don't have anybody in the building vetting people. They just hire and sign and trade for anybody. But I'm so grateful for AJ Brown and who he is, how he's ingratiated himself with the city, how he's handled adversity, even though there's been times where I've seen people in the city turn on him because he's somebody that just has an opinion or two, because he's passionate about football. You see, there's a difference between AJ Brown and the George Pickens. There's a difference. You see, AJ Brown, he's passionate about football. He's passionate about winning. George Pickens, he's passionate about self. He's somebody that cares more about what he can get out of something than how it benefits the team. And I don't know that brother personally. But I like to pay attention to someone's actions and how they handle adversity, how they handle authority. DeVonta Smith, man, oh man, the consummate professional. AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith, they will go down as the greatest wide receiver duo in Philadelphia Eagles history. It's not a question. It's not a debate. They are the most accomplished wide receiver duo in Eagles history. They've done something previous duos, previous receivers in this team couldn't. They did what they couldn't do. Let's just call it what it is. They are my GOATs in Philadelphia Eagles history when it comes to the wide receiver position. They are my GOATs. AJ Brown, perennial All-Pro. 3 seasons back-to-back, over 1,000 yards. Easy money. Easy. My man did what he did in the 2024 season. AJ did what he did after missing, 4 games? Still had over 1,000 yards, and we ran the ball most of the time. AJ Brown and DeVonta, you know what they said after they won that Super Bowl? They said it kind of wore off pretty quick. I get more excited about the work. I get more excited about the grind. I get more excited about looking across from me and I see a cornerback, he can't fuck with me. That's what get me excited. That's what I look forward to. That's what motivates me. They said the Super Bowl wore off. These motherfuckers is demons. They demons. They said, I get a thrill from looking into a cornerback eyes and he know he can't fuck with me. They get a thrill. Man, they really love the game. And I love that the Philadelphia Eagles drafted and traded for these guys. I love that the Philadelphia Eagles made sure these guys understand that they're valued here, making sure they got their money, making sure they're well taken care of, making sure they got everything they need. I love that Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman, Nick Sirianni have cultivated an environment that these guys can really potentially retire in. I love it. I love it. And not every organization has the infrastructure, the front office, the personnel, staff. Not every organization has the conglomerate that the Eagles do. And that's why I look at the Dallas Cowboys and I say, I pray for you. I pray for you, Cowboys. I pray for Cowboys fans. I really do. Because unfortunately, that thing is a ticking time bomb. That Cowboys team, that locker room is a ticking time bomb. And look, Dak Prescott is somebody who has done his best. He's done his best. He's giving you everything he can give, Dallas. He's giving you everything he can give. He's maxed out. He showed you exactly who he is. Dak Prescott has given you everything. He's a professional. He doesn't get in trouble. He's a community guy. You know what I mean? He represents the star well. You feel me? He represents the Dallas Cowboys well. And he's handled so many personalities. Maybe Dak Prescott can handle the George Pickens trade. Maybe he can handle that. He's dealt with Ezekiel Elliott. He's dealt with Des Bryant before. He deals with Jerry Jones on a daily basis. Maybe Dak Prescott can keep this thing glued together. Maybe. But, you know, I look at George Pickens and I think about the team he came from, the organization he came from. A team that's very pro player, a team that does their best to make sure their players are heard and their opinions are valued. He came from the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Rooney family. Mike Tomlin is a head coach, one of the most respected men in football, one of the most no-nonsense guys in football, and still he lets his players beat him. The Steelers have struggled to find that pro since Hines Ward. They've struggled. They had Mike Wallace at one point. They went from AB to Chase Claypool to Martavius Bryant to George Pickens, Dank. Come on, man. Mike Tomlin said, hey, just give me a third-round pick for George Pickens. I don't give a damn. Just give me something. Hey, just give me a parking pass and some bubble gum and give me some tickets to the Barry Man and give me some tickets to the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. Give me anything. Give me anything. Listen, just give me a just give me a voucher to Raising Cane's. Give me a Raising Cane's coupon. I'll take anything. Just get them out the building. If the Steelers and Mike Tomlin gave up on George Pickens and they actually have an infrastructure, they actually have a culture. If Mike Tomlin and the Steelers said, "Nah, we're good," what you think he gonna do in Dallas? What y'all think he gonna do in Dallas? And thank you for Monty for becoming a member. Thank you, Monty. I really do appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. But what do you think George Pickens is gonna do in Dallas? What you think he gonna do in Dallas? Dallas ain't got no rules. They ain't got no culture, no real infrastructure. You had Micah Parsons throwing a tantrum on the sideline. I remember when you had Zeke and Dak beefing at one point. Like, they ain't got no identity. Like, I'm looking like when you play for the Cowboys, it's all about the star, baby. It's all about your brand. It's all about selling yourself and marketing yourself. Like, see, George Pickens think he gonna go there and he gonna get more targets, more opportunities than CD. And look, the Cowboys, they ain't got a run game right now. They ain't got a run game. They let Rico Dowdle walk, which was a mistake, if you ask me. They signed Miles Sanders, who I think is washed. With all due respect, I think Miles Sanders is cooked. But they have no running game. Nobody. Their left tackle situation is a question. Zack Martin retired. I just look at the Cowboys, and they got a new head coach, Greeny. And they got a new head coach, somebody who hasn't been a head coach before, somebody who has not even been respected on that level before. You asking this head coach to deal with Jerry Jones, to deal with Micah Parsons, to deal with CeeDee Lamb, to deal with George Pickens, to deal with Trevon Diggs. This is a ticking time bomb. And on top of that, y'all ain't got the money to pay George Pickens long term. They don't. You see, you make a George Pickens trade when you feel like you're one player away. That's what you do. When you feel like you're one player away, yeah, you trade for George Pickens. But they're not one player away. They're not. Overshawn still has to recover from his injury. I think he tore his ACL or something like that. A 1-year rental, Jay Brown, to your point, right? Because I heard that too. A 1-year rental for what? A 1-year rental for what? To get knocked out the wild card round? To not make it to the playoffs? A 1-year rental for what? So Dak can get his numbers and call it a day? Texas boy said, so the Cowboys didn't draft Tyler Booker for the O-line and 2 running backs in the draft for the run game. Yo, with all due respect, you better tell Tyler Booker to sit down. With all due respect, you better tell Tyler Booker to calm down. He new to this. He ain't true to this yet. He new to this division. He new to this league. You better tell him to relax. We got somebody that got his ass every time they played. We got somebody that put his ass in the dirt too many times. Tyler Booker coming into the league talking about, I want to play Jalen Carter. Be careful what you wish for, young blood. You're talking to a Super Bowl champion. You're talking to a first-team All-Pro. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. You got Tyler Booker coming in talking about, I want to play Jalen Carter. Who are you again? Who are you again? All I know is AJ Brown, DeVonta Smith. I'm so grateful to have those brothers because they ain't no issues. They no nonsense. I ain't got to worry about them getting fined. I ain't got to worry about them getting in trouble. They family men. They married. They got their wives. They got their kids. They got their wedding rings. They got their Super Bowl rings. Pro Bowls and All Pros on AJ Brown's resume. Heisman Trophy and Lombardi Trophy. National championships on DeVonta Smith's resume. Eagles records on both of their resumes. Come on, man. Come on, man. And they do what they do, and we are a run-first team. That's what's so crazy about it, too. We are a balanced football team. I think we're about 45%. A 55% run, 45% pass, I think. We're a balanced offense, and they still do what they do. Y'all, like, we're paying AJ Brown, I think, $32 or $31 million. We paying DeVonta Smith $25 million. And guess what? We still got room to do other things. Jalen Hurts making his money, Saquon making his money, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Cam Jurgens, they making their money. And we still got room to play. Home Solo, thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, Tone, they got to pay Micah too. Worst case scenario is Pickens takes a pay cut to stay, which I doubt. He's not taking no pay cut. Pickens ain't taking no pay cut. He ain't taking no pay cut. Woo, he ain't taking no pay cut. Hey, listen. When you play for the Cowboys, they don't believe in pay cuts. That's the dope thing about the Cowboys. They don't believe in pay cuts. They believe in paying guys the most you can pay them. The Cowboys believe in paying guys the premium. They believe in paying guys the most you can legally pay them. They believe in paying guys the ceiling. Y'all should have been paid CD when y'all had the chance. Y'all waited too long to pay CD. Y'all waited too long to pay Zeke. Remember that? Y'all waited too long to pay Dak. And now y'all waiting too long to pay Micah. You got to get ahead of these things. You got to know how to do business. This is why the Cowboys will always be a dumpster fire. Listen, y'all had the 90s. We'll give y'all that. Y'all had the 90s. Can't take that away from you. It was on the resume. Y'all had the 90s. Salute. But we are what? 20? We're 30 years removed. 30 years removed from the last time y'all won the Super Bowl. What was that, 95, 96? What was that? Can somebody help me out with my memory? When was the last time the Cowboys made it to a conference championship game? When was the last time the Cowboys got out of the divisional round? Can somebody help me out, please? I can't do the math. Math ain't my strong suit. Can somebody help me? What year was that? 95? Hoo-wee! I was 95, 96. Damn, I was 2 years old. I barely was off the porch. That's crazy. The salary cap gets introduced in 94, and then Y'all win your Super Bowl in the 95 season, and you can't do shit after that. The moment y'all lost Troy, y'all lost Emmett, y'all lost Michael Irvin. The moment y'all lost that core pre-salary cap, because that's your pre-salary cap core. That's your pre-salary cap core. The moment that salary cap got involved, they didn't know how to keep Emmett. They didn't know what to do. At that point, Troy and them boys, they was just playing football. I'll say this, y'all got y'all one Super Bowl right when the salary cap started. Right when the salary cap started. And then once that salary cap really started to take an effect, they didn't know what to do. Man, the Cowboys can't do math. We get it now. They can't do math. Jerry Jones still doesn't understand how the salary cap works. Jerry Jones still doesn't understand how to get ahead of the market. Yo, y'all see TD right here? I'm the real TD, by the way. I'm the real TD, but here we go. Let's read this real quick. He says, y'all pressed. No one goes on a live if they ain't pressed. Trust me, bro. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's entertainment, bro. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to make fun at y'all expense. It's called bullying. It's called bullying. I'm just here to make fun at y'all expense. That's all. I'm not pressed. I just want to make fun of y'all. Damn. I can't make fun of somebody without being pressed. Come on, man. Y'all made the trade. We didn't make the trade. Y'all made the trade. Y'all pressed. Let's call it what it is. If we want to talk about pressed, trading for George Pickens, knowing damn well it's a one-year rental and you can't do shit with it, that's pressed. I think that's pressed right there, baby. Am I tripping, y'all? They traded for George Pickens, knowing damn well they're not going to be able to do shit with that move. You know what that move was for? That's a ticket move. That's a PR move. That's a PR move. That's a PR move. Jerry traded for George Pickens because he saw that the news cycle was getting a little cold for the Cowboys. And he said, you know what? I got something for y'all. We traded for George Pickens. Yeah. How about them Cowboys? Yeah, the Cowboys stay in the news. The greatest show in the NFL. Box office, baby. Get your popcorn ready. All George Pickens going to do is make sure Dak Prescott get his stats. That's all George Pickens there for. And guess what? Y'all, hey. Y'all better not let George Pickens better have 8 targets a game, minimum. I'm telling y'all right now, George Pickens, he better have 8 targets a game, minimum. If he got one iota, if he got one target less than that, he on Dak ass. Don't let CD have like 14 targets in and George only got 6. Y'all better not let that happen. You see, when AJ and DeVonta, when they don't get their targets, they support each other. AJ Brown said it himself. DeVonta's success is my success. DeVonta said AJ's success is my success. You know what I mean? AJ may have his moments where he say, hey, come on, man, give me the ball. But I be understanding it, though. He be wide the fuck open. Throw him the rock. Like, throw him the rock. I get it. But it's funny that people like to spin a narrative that AJ Brown is being held hostage in Philly. But AJ Brown has had his best career, his best years with Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Jalen Hurts has been able to find AJ Brown religiously. So, you know, I take the AJ Brown stuff with a grain of salt. AJ just wants to win. He's passionate. You know what I mean? He just wants to win. He just wants to win. I don't get mad. I don't get mad at AJ Brown putting a little pressure on Hurts. I don't get mad. I don't get mad. Because AJ Brown knows what Jalen Hurts is capable of. AJ Brown's like, yo, Hurts, you know what to do. Find the rock, man. That's all it is. And I don't know if y'all heard this. I don't know if y'all heard this. But DeVonta said it that he said, yo, Hurts likes it when we had those conversations with him. Hurts want us to be vocal. Hurts wants us to communicate. When sometimes we see things Hurts don't see. So he wants us to come to him on the sideline and say, yo, throw me the rock. He can't fuck with me. Throw me the rock. DeVonta was on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn and said, yo, Hurts like when we get crazy like that. Hurts like when we talk crazy. Because all that do is charge him up. You need somebody like AJ Brown. You need somebody like DeVonta Smith. You need that balance. You need that yin and that yang. You need that yin and that yang. That's why I don't get mad at AJ Brown. I like AJ Brown exactly the way he is. That dog. That assassin. He's a killer. He's a killer. And he know it. That's why I love, like, Jalen Hurts is the perfect quarterback for the situation. Jalen Hurts' temperament with AJ Brown and DeVonta Smith, it's the perfect marriage. It's the perfect marriage. Nick Sirianni is the perfect head coach for the situation. Nick Sirianni has managed his talent, managed the personalities, managed the front office. Nick Sirianni has been phenomenal at his job. Has been phenomenal. Gregory Trower says, getting Pickens was just to sell tickets and sell hope. Jerry ain't going to pay George because he got to pay Micah. Exactly. How you trade for George Pickens in a contract year? And you're not even in contention for a Super Bowl. I can understand if the Cowboys made it to the NFC Championship, or made it to the Super Bowl and they needed more. I can understand. They didn't even make the fucking playoffs. And they traded for George Pickens. And look, George Pickens, he's talented. He's talented. He gives them another option on offense. George Pickens is talented. He's talented. This ain't got nothing to do with George Pickens' skill set. Any team, from a talent perspective alone, would love to have George Pickens. But there is a such thing as fit. There is a such thing as chemistry. There is a such thing as all the puzzle pieces coming together. And George Pickens, I'm sorry, as talented as he is, George Pickens in Dallas is an accident waiting to happen.